All right, today we are going to go over some settings and some accessibility features and some overall tips to maximize your iPad for learning. So the first thing I'd like you to do, if you can see I have this little pointer on my screen, so you can just follow along with that. I want you to find this app or this icon right there called Settings. And I'd like you to open that up, and we're going to talk about a couple of things on here. The first thing I'd like you to find is General right here. And when you open that up, you're going to see all of these different tabs that you can click. The one I'd like us to start with is Keyboard, because there's a couple of things that you can check on Keyboard to make sure that you can maximize your learning on the iPad. Number one, these should probably already all be turned on for you. And you want to make sure down here where it says Enable Dictation, that one is on. I'm going to show you how to use that in a minute. Up top here though, I'd like you to look. You probably don't have three keyboards, but I would like to show you that feature because you may want to add another keyboard. So you probably have English US and emoji, but if you press this button right here, you can add another keyboard, and there are all these keyboard options. So this may be helpful to you if you're an English language learner and you have a different first language. It may help you feel more comfortable when you are searching on the internet or typing things out. Or if you're learning a new language, that may help you as well. It will help you with things like accents and different language marks. And so I just downloaded Spanish Mexico here, and I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to navigate to Notability, and I'll show you a couple of features with your iPad that you can do here. Now, you all have your hardwired or your iPad in your case, but you also can turn on a screen iPad at any time. And doing so will give you some features so you can adjust some different things here. So the first thing I wanted to show you about your keyboard is if you hold down that keyboard, you can choose split. And this is more like a texting keyboard. You could use it with your thumbs if you're holding your iPad in your hand. And then you can also, I'm going to merge that back together. You can also make your keyboard floating. And so if you're doing some different searching or whatever you're doing on your screen, you can detach your keyboard and move it around to maximize your actual screen space. To reattach that keyboard, you just kind of drag it down to the bottom. You can see I accidentally closed the app. You just drag it down to the bottom and it will reattach for you. Another thing that you can do, we set up a different language on my keyboard. So if I start typing, if I hold down that world, my English keyboard, I type, hello, how are you? And if I enter down and I change my settings to my Espanol keyboard, I might write, hola, ¿cómo estás? And you can see that it will add the accents for me to help me out there. And so that's just a really great feature. If you're going to be writing a lot in another language, that may really help you. I'm going to go back to English here. There's a couple other things that I'd like you to know about here. And number one, we turned on that enable dictation, or we made sure it was on. In case you didn't know about this, right next to the space bar down here is the little microphone. Press that. If you're not a student who likes to type, you can use that enable dictation feature to speed up your writing process. This also works on a Google Doc. I just opened Notability right now, but the keyboard functions all work on a Google Doc as well. So those are some things that you should know about your keyboard that can really help you.